Oh no, and welcome back to the Matchday Live, and it's me, Dan, back again. And this weekend, Manchester United face Arsenal at Old Trafford. It's 4:30 kickoff on Sunday. The team, I think, will kind of pick itself. I think it will be Xerxes, Garnacho, Højlund. Ugarte will probably return to the midfield. Apparently, he's available. There's question marks over Maguire. Whether or not he will play or not is another question. But apparently, we should have Luke Shaw back. Mason Mount should be back. And apparently Kobe Mainu may be back for this game. Whether or not they'll start is another question, so let's see on that. But yeah, let's get into the game. Let's talk about the last league result, which was a 3-2 victory over Ipswich. I don't know how we won it, but we somehow won it. Yeah, didn't start off well, though. It was a mistake from Dorgu and Onana. I think Dorgu tried to pass it to Onana, and then Onana's come for it, and he didn't need to come for it in the end. And in the end, it was just a silly... It's just a silly... Oh, how did we not score there? It was just a silly back pass, and it's gone wrong, and, you know... Philogene was there to put it in to make it 1-0. But then we got 2 goals in the space of like 5-10 minutes. It was... who was it? It was Bruno Fernandes with a free kick. It's Bruno Fernandes with a free kick, but it was... Who was it? I think it was... I'm trying to think who the Ipswich player was. I can't remember, but it's Ipswich player own goal to make it 1-1. And then from a corner, literally a couple of minutes later, Bruno Fernandes got a corner from, and somehow it just kind of fell to De Ligt. The goalkeeper made some good saves. And De Ligt was unlucky. De Ligt was there at the right time, and he got the first goal. So that was... Oh, how have we not scored there? That was 2-1. And then in a space of 5 minutes, it went 2-2, and we was down to 10 men. Literally right before half-time, Dorgu made a silly tackle. It's a high tackle. You shouldn't be doing that, and he probably will learn from it. That was then him down to 10 men after the VAR, and I could see why they've given it. You know, if it was the other way around, I would have... for God's sake. Of course they score their first shot. Of course, you know, it was going to happen. And then literally another mistake. It was just Philogene again. It was a really poor cross, and it just somehow went in. I don't know what Onana was doing. You know, maybe he was kind of put off by Liam Delap doing the cross. There we go. We got the kickoff goal. We did the... I don't know. Well, it's a bit of a mix-up, but Onana, again, it's a mistake from Onana. He didn't have the best game, let's just say that. He kind of made up for it in the second half with some good saves, but yeah, that was unfortunate. So then that was 2-2, and then I thought I wasn't looking forward to the second half, but right at the start of the second half we got a corner. Bruno Fernandes put it on to Harry Maguire's head, and Harry Maguire scored. So yeah, we got an early goal in the second half, and we kind of sat back for the rest of the game. So yeah, it was good to see that we can defend, and the goalkeeper can make some saves. So yeah, it was good from our players. We hung in there for the victory, and we needed the 3 points, because if we lost against Ipswich Town, there would be question marks, and thank God there wasn't any question marks. So obviously then going into last weekend, which was the FA Cup, and unfortunately we did lose in the FA Cup on penalties to Fulham. It was who scored the goals? It was Calvin Bassey with their goal right before half time from a corner. Of course, they scored a corner against us last time, so that was 1-0. And then, but pretty much before that, we had a load of chances to score, but we just could not seem to beat Leno. But then we did eventually get the equaliser. It was great play down the left-hand side with through Dello. He crossed it into Bruno Fernandes, and it's a great finish from Bruno Fernandes to make it 1-1. And then later on, the young kid Chido Obi made some good runs, and he was unlucky not to score. I think he had 3 or 4 chances. How he did not score, I do not know. We should have won that game with the chances we had. they were chances. I mean, even Garnacho had a couple chances. How we did not win, I do not know. So yeah, that was unlucky. And then going on to the so we got knocked out of the FA Cup in the end. But yeah, going into the midweek game, which was the Europa League game against Real Sociedad. Again, wasn't the best performance. We got the first goal through. It was a 0-0 at half time, but we had chances. I think we had a couple shots cleared off the line. It was all like a bit of a pinball moment in their penalty area. How we did not score, I don't know. But we should have. We should have put it away. But we did get the goal in the second half. It was a good play from Garnacho into Xerxes, and Xerxes put it away. It was a good finish from Xerxes, and he's had. I'll tell you what, Xerxes grown into his roles at the moment, and it's good that it's good that he has been getting some goals recently. So that's good for him. But we won't talk about Højlund. But look, there we go. There's another header. Talking of Højlund, he's not having the best of games, is he? Best of weeks, to say the least. So, and then obviously later on in the game against Real Sociedad, they got a penalty. It was handball. It was Bruno Fernandes. He had his hand up high, but it was right in front of the player's face. He was trying to make the jump, and he's gone for the jump, and the players he's caught it from the header, and it's a bit of a harsh red penalty, but obviously you get given in the Europa League. So I was not surprised that they got the penalty, and in the end it was a 1-1, and they almost won the game if it wasn't for Onana, a couple of saves against Onana. So yeah, it was a bit of luck that we ended that game 1-1, to say the least. So yeah, hopefully we can do better. Hopefully we can do better against. Hopefully we can do better against. Hopefully we can do better against them next week, to say the least, because we got Arsenal this weekend, and let's talk about Arsenal. Obviously, they lost last weekend. The week before they lost to West Ham 1-0. So they'll want to keep. Obviously, they're pretty much out of the title race now. I think it's pretty much it's Liverpool's to lose. So yeah, it's not going to be good for us, unfortunately. Making them lift up the title again. But they've deserved it. They've been the best team in the country. So what can we say? So yeah, going into the Arsenal game as well, they played PSV. Into our game, they played PSV and they beat PSV. Beat PSV 7-1. It was in the end. So, saying about who's going to score for Arsenal when they've got no strikers, they've just beat PSV. They just beat PSV 7-1. So yeah, it wasn't the best game from PSV. Watching that game is like, oh god, they're going to be right up for the United game this weekend. But then again, we somehow put a good performance against them in the last time we played them. But obviously that was at the Emirates, so you never know. But to be honest, all I can see is an Arsenal win. It could be like a 0-0, 1-1, something like that. I'd take a 1-1. Personally, but all I can see is an Arsenal win, and especially if they get going, if they get the first goal, it could be a struggle for United. So let's hope that they don't score first. If we score first and somehow Onana doesn't make a mistake through the defense or anything like that, then hopefully we might surprise people and get the victory. But I very, very much doubt it, because we struggled against Real Sociedad. We struggled against Fulham. We struggled against Ipswich, even though we was down to 10 men. It's going to be a big game. They always are a big game against Arsenal. There's the protests before as well, obviously, about the Glazers and all that. There's a huge protest apparently, and then apparently supporters are supposed to wear black as well for a sign about the club. But let's see what happens with that. Hopefully it's not like a big hopefully it's a peaceful process, and if any of you guys are going, make sure protest peacefully, don't get arrested or anything like that. But let's see if it happens. So last time it wasn't the best protest, but big protests. Let's see. Score prediction. Do you know what? I'm going to go 1-1. I reckon United will give Arsenal a game. Somehow they will give Arsenal a game, and I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal give us a game as well. So let's see. Hopefully, if United score first, I reckon we'll draw 1-1. If Arsenal score first, I think Arsenal might thrash us like 3-0 or something like that. Hopefully that's not going to happen, but let's see. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for today. So yeah, I'm going to go 1-1 for my score prediction. So yeah, that is going to be it for today. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to leave your score prediction below. So right, guys, I'm going. Bye.